iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Everybody, it's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Lots to cover today. Absolutely a ton of stuff. Let's take a look at it. You know we're going to be getting to the NFL draft tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow. But today, there's still so much going on. I mean, Mitch Trubisky possibly going number one. Dalvin Cook dropping to the second round. Deshaun Watson going in the top 5-6 picks. There's so much bluster. There's so much BS, right? There's so much crap on a stick, as I like to call it. I don't trust anybody this time of year. Not one person. Not one person. Okay? I don't. So we're going to get to that in just a couple of seconds, I promise you. I want to take a look at last night in baseball. All right, and we'll see if we can catch any interesting things here, and then we will get to football, I promise. First of all, the Yankees and Red Sox. Luis Severino is the real deal. He is what we call a post-hype sleeper. What does that mean? Everybody loved this guy last year. He sucked, but hey, he's back this year, and he's playing pretty well. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. That's pretty good. Right? Aaron Judge with another home run. I was a year off on Aaron Judge. I wanted the Yankees to put this guy in their lineup last year. Just let him hit. Let him play. Let him do his thing. That's what he does. That's why he's Aaron Judge. He can hit the ball very, very far. All right, the Mets lost. Robert Gsellman is another guy we liked in the preseason, but really not doing that much. Julio Teheran gets the win. I told you he was a top-of-the-line pitcher. Keep it close with him. I'm a big fan. If you need a guy who could give you number one stats but still treated like a number 2-tier pitcher, Julio Teheran's that guy. Brandon Phillips gets injured. Let's watch that closely. We'll see how that turns out. Maybe Dansby Swanson moves back up in the lineup. Milwaukee beats the Reds 9-4. Rookie Davis, man, he channeled his inner Amir Garrett. Disgusting. Ugh. But I was happy to see Orlando Arcia get a home run. This guy's got to start hitting. This is a good pick. This is a good player. We just need more from him. Scott Schebler with 2 home runs from the Reds. The White Sox beat the Royals 5-2. Jose Quintana gets his first victory and 10 strikeouts. That's very un-Quintana-like, but hey, that's a pretty good day for him. His trade value goes up and up, because you know they're going to want to move him. The Indians beat the Astros 7-6. Okay? But that Indians order, Santana, Lindor, Brantley, Encarnacion, Ramirez, Kipnis, that's a pretty good team there, guys. That's a pretty good team. Trevor Bauer with his second win on the season. Cody Allen with a save. Lance McCullers gets the loss. I really do like Lance McCullers, so don't have despair with him. Dylan Bundy pitches 6 1/3, but he loses. But he doesn't lose, doesn't win, nothing happens. Gets no decision there. But Baltimore wins this game 5-4. Alex Colomé blows another game here for them. Not good. Tim Beckham gets 2 home runs. Philadelphia beats Miami. That was my sneaky stack yesterday. I told you I didn't like Chen in Philadelphia. I was absolutely right. Alter did well. Herrera did well. Franco did well. Joseph did well. I would have thought Cesar Hernandez would have done well. I was a little off there. I apologize. Pittsburgh beats Chicago. Tony Watson gets a save. John Lester really stinks it out there. Really stinks it out. 5 2/3, 5 runs. That's unacceptable. But what is acceptable is James Paxton, who looked really good, man. Really good. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Doesn't get much better than that. If you had our optimizer, right? If you had our optimizer on Scout Fantasy, Guillermo Heredia was there for you, and you would have gotten that home run with Nelson Cruz's home run, right? Segura, Heredia, Cano, Cruz, Mata, Valencia. These guys all hit lefties well. Seattle is a team on the rise. Watch them closely. Texas beat Minnesota. I gave you Ryan Rua yesterday. He did not ruin your lineups. He gave you a grand slam. It was a visionary play. Ronette Odor was my other little stack there. So if you use both those guys, they went 4 for 8 with 6 RBIs. I think that helped you out. I do. I think that helped you out. And if it didn't, call my office for an immediate appointment. Washington beats Colorado 11-4. Tanner Roark gets the win, but really not a great game for him. Trey Turner wishes he could play all of his games in Colorado. I'm sure of it. And Daniel Murphy and Ryan Zimmerman do very well. I liked San Diego yesterday, by the way, but I was off on those guys. I had Will Myers. He sucked. I had Austin Hedges. He sucked. But if I had had Ryan Schiff, that would have been good. A.J. Pollock, 3 for 5. Peralta, Goldschmidt. These guys, all terrific players there. Goldschmidt with his 5th stolen base. But Fernando Rodney is a big old fat turd ball. That's what he is. He's a duty ball. I can't believe this guy's still in baseball. I really can't. The Angels beat the A's. Matt Shoemaker gets the win. 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. This Bud's for you. Bud Norris with a save. I'm sure somebody will spend on him. I like Bud Norris, but I like Cam Bedrosian more, so let's not go crazy there. And finally, San Francisco beats the Dodgers 4-3. And Alex Wood, really good game. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Today, Julio Urias is in there, and it'll be very good to see him back. I really like this kid, so I'm a huge, huge fan. And this will be his first game this year because he started in the minors, okay? So, now, moving forward, the NFL draft, okay? What do I like? I have some guys tonight that I did my own mock draft on scoutfantasy.com. And I put down some trades I thought would happen. Firstly, I think there's going to be a trade at the 3 pick. If the Browns take Myles Garrett, as I pray they do, I pray right now they do. Dear God, in Cleveland Brown heaven, I beg that you take Myles Garrett. I beseech you, hear my prayers, because if you take Trubisky, you're a bunch of idiots. Amen. Okay. Secondly, I think that the Browns do trade for that pick, and they get Trubisky, right? They get both those guys that they absolutely need, right? So that's the first thing I'm thinking is happening. So I think Trubisky does go 3 to the Browns, who get a second pick. Another trade, I think the Titans are going to try to trade out of the 5th pick. I do. They want a second-round pick. I think they trade down. Another trade that I had, I think the Philadelphia Eagles make a trade with the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens desperately want a wide receiver. There's 2, Mike Williams and Corey Davis. The problem is that the Eagles are in that spot. They could take one of those guys. I think Ozzie Newsome is smart enough to move up to make sure he gets one of those guys. Okay? I believe that. I believe the Oakland Raiders trade out of the first round to a team that wants to come in and take a quarterback. And I think that would make a lot of sense. Remember, we've discussed this. First round picks you can hold for 5 years. 5 years is a very long time in the NFL. If that happens, you're lucky. So I think the team like the Raiders could absolutely, maybe the Chiefs might get rid of that pick. A lot of the teams picking at the end of the first round may look to add future first round picks by teams who want to trade into the first round to get themselves quarterbacks. I can absolutely see that. So I want to talk to you about something that I think is rather interesting. And I think I could apply it to the draft as well as fantasy drafts. Dalvin Cook is probably going to go in the second round. People worry about his character. He's not the biggest dude. Maybe some durability issues. He performed terribly in that spark test that they did at the combine. Got it. I get it. 100% I get it. But, ever watch Dalvin Cook play football? Do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube. Type in Dalvin Cook FSU. And go see his highlights. You know what you see? A really great running back. Speed, hands, vision, star. That's what you see. He's a star. But what happens is I think that real life GMs as well as fantasy GMs overthink it. Well, I don't know. He's not so good. There's a problem. There's no problem with Dalvin Cook. This guy's a star. When this whole draft, before this whole draft thing started, I didn't know how this guy wasn't a first round pick. Fournette, McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, etch it in stone. If Dalvin Cook had good measurables, right? If they had good measurables, then maybe he'd be a first round pick. So maybe he's not the brightest bulb. Maybe he's not setting the academic world on fire. Maybe he's not going to be a rocket scientist. He's a football player. Here's what I need him to do. Run from point A to point B very quickly. With the ball in hand, and don't lose it. Here's what else I need him to do. I'm going to throw you a pass, catch it, don't drop it, and run as far as you can. Do I need him to perform surgery? No. Do I need him to recite lines from Othello? No. I need him to run the football and not get tackled. And you know what? Dalvin Cook can do that as well as anybody. As well as anybody. So, if he goes in the second round, so be it. I hope some team takes him and makes him a star. I'd love to see him paired with Isaiah Crowell. Forget Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson's a bum compared to Dalvin Cook. Seriously. Duke Johnson's a scrub compared to Dalvin Cook. So, I don't know who's going to take him, but I guess he's a second round pick, and he's going to make some team very, very happy. Very happy. You know, Deshaun Watson's going to go probably in the first round. And I believe he's a winner. I do. I believe he's a winner. Because he's won a national championship. You're a winner. Right? But just because you win doesn't make you a great player. Conversely, just because you haven't done anything in college doesn't make you suck. But there's somewhere in between. If you ask me, and I say this in all due respect, do I want Mitch Trubisky or Deshaun Watson? I'm going to pick Deshaun Watson. Tell me the big game in college that Mitch Trubisky had. I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm thinking. Still thinking. Nope, got nothing for you. Let me think about the big game Deshaun Watson had. Oh, maybe the national championship against Alabama? Now, that doesn't mean you have to do something in college to be a successful pro. But at the same time, let's not make Mitch Trubisky, who's got as much playing time as Matt Castle, into the number one pick in the draft. I mean, are you kidding me? If this guy was that good, would he have been in North Carolina? If this guy was that good, would he have sat in the bench for 3 years at North Carolina? If this guy was that good, would I have heard about him before Thanksgiving? I know I watch a lot of college football. Do you think I would have heard about this dude before Thanksgiving? I didn't even know who Mitch Trubisky was. All of a sudden, just like Mitch Trubisky. Do you remember that one, guys? I'm sure you do. And I'm like, who? What? Mitch who? Oh, yeah, Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, players really like him. You know who else they liked? Blake Bortles. What a big turd emoji that guy is. That guy's poop on a stick. You want Blake Bortles running your team? Do you? Because if you do, that team stinks. So you're going to see a lot of crazy tonight. A lot of crazy. People going crazy in the stands. People going crazy on Twitter. People going crazy on TV. Guys going later than they should because of character issues. Reuben Foster dropping out of the top 10 because of character issues. Let me tell you something about Reuben Foster. That dude can play football. I don't need you to be a choir boy. I need you to tackle. I need you to stay out of jail. Don't do drugs. Don't hit your female partner. And just show up on Sundays. Can you do that for me? Stay away from drugs and domestic violence and we'll be good. I don't ask for much in life. But if you do that, Reuben Foster, you'll be a really good pro. You know what else you'll do really well? You do really well in your fantasy leagues if you join scoutfantasy.com. Enter the promo code ROTO, R-O-T-O. Pay for 1 month, you get 2 more for free. I don't know why you're not signing up. Maybe you don't want to win in DFS. Maybe you don't want to win in your seasonal leagues. I don't know. I know I'd want to win in my leagues. I know Adam Ronas is there to help. Sean Childs is there to help. SD Chickens, Robbie Garriak. Take a look at our premium message board forums. They're terrific. They will help you win your leagues. And that's all we want. Okay? That's all we want. All right, back tomorrow to recap the first round of the draft, talk more baseball, and of course help you win a fantasy championship no matter what sport it is. But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the kopech. The office is closed, my friends. Like I said, big night tonight. Enjoy it. I hope your team takes the guy that you want. Doesn't always work out that way, but for you, I hope it does. Have a great day. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!